Hello, everybody. I am Pamela Strum, and I'm here with you today to share a story of something that happened to me in 1994, might have been 1995. I'm turning this into a prequel story to clearing the illusion. So like clear the illusion right from your eyes and get present to what's going on in the world and how utterly powerful and amazing you are. So I know I've been silent this summer. I was attending to my personal life, but this subject has been calling me. And I wanted to set it up with this story because this is how long this information has been brewing in me with awareness. So as life would have it, when life gives those moments that seem so bizarre, like, why am I experiencing this? I found myself at a meeting at the Smithsonian Institute. Once again, it's in like 1994, sponsored a meeting sponsored by Harvard. And many people in the world have heard of the institution of Harvard University. And the people invited to the meeting were top military, and I mean admirals and generals were there. Tech industry. So tech 1994, we all aren't walking around with cell phones and computers. Those are usually, that's in the domain of like a work office. As a matter of fact, most people didn't have phones, but computers were there, have been around. And scientists. I don't know who was sponsoring those scientists, but top scientists were there who were involved with this information. And so what on earth am I doing there? I can tell you I wasn't doing anything in my life that would warrant my being there, but life placed me there through circumstances where I'm in this top meeting with people who are privy to this information and leaders in what they do. So I'm a fly on the wall. I'm a fly on the wall in this meeting. And I know my purpose there is not to very actively participate. So I'm watching the whole thing play out. So let me tell you what the subjects were. Because my mind was blown. So what was discussed from the military that was there is that they already had the technology and they were testing it. It was soon rolling out for soldiers, if they were injured, to have a little device they were carrying around, and they would be able to be connected to some main center where there were medical staff that could guide them in even performing operations and procedures on themselves. So they wouldn't have to be airlifted. They were able to do surgery on themselves. And I was pretty breathless at that information. And then the meeting went on, and the people at the meeting discussed cloning. So this isn't a surprise to you, right? You know that cloning has been going on for decades, but they were crossing into cloning of people was mentioned. And there are those of you watching this who that's not a surprise to you. You know, that notion of cloning people has been going on for, I don't know, decades, World War II, I don't know. So, but the technology was here. The technology was here then in 1994. So the subject was presented not as we're helping humanity, but there was this like how we're going to present it, and we're going to present this technology as a way to help humanity, because humanity, we will no longer have cancer. I mean, this technology can stop cancer, depression, anxiety. So as you know, with any big technology that comes out, it can be positive or negative. It depends who's in charge, who's controlling it, whose hands does it fall into. So who's going to argue with technology? Um, you know, no one wants someone to be depressed or anxious or fearful, right? This sounds like it's a good thing. But they presented it as the technology would be inserted in people. So we already have drugs that can do this, but maybe the drug delivery system would be such that people's emotions would be controlled. Now, inside during this meeting, all questions are accumulating. Like, I don't even know what to say because I'm not supposed to say anything at all. So I'm simply watching it, but I was biting my tongue because it came up that really the only diseases that needed to be there were like the common cold will still exist, but everything else can be eradicated. That sounds good, right? And as far as human cloning goes, we already can clone animals, cloning humans, and they had the technology and the science already to alter genetics. And it will get to the point where parents will even be able to pick out what color eyes their baby will have. And, you could be very specific with the kind of person you're creating. And, so this information between super advanced technology, cloning, genetics, I'm so shocked. And inside I'm saying, just wait till this is revealed. What are people going to say? Are people going to embrace all of this? So remember Oppenheimer, if I had known for what people were going to use my invention, I would never have invented it. So I'm going back and forth. And in doing healing and energy work, I can tell you right now, sometimes we have emotions that we might judge as negative because it inspires us to hit rock bottom and reach that higher level of expansion. So sometimes something like fear or depression or feeling miserable can get us to climb out of our hole, but we're the ones who learn on the journey to climb out of our hole, just like Odysseus in Homer climbed out of his hole and really, had this happy ending. That's what strengthens you, right? But if someone jumps in and does it for you and maintains you in a frequency in this narrow expression, I don't know, is being turned into a robot without a range of emotions such a great thing? I personally don't think so. Have you seen the movie or heard of the story of the Stepford Wives where, you really are not your own person, you're being controlled. So once again, in this meeting, the technology is there already. It's being tested. Altering genetics is being tested. Cloning humans is being tested, in addition to other uses of this technology. So what happened in part 2 of this meeting, there was a break and there was a part 2, and it was a question and answer session. And not once in this question and answer session did anyone talk about the elephant in the room of this technology falling into nefarious hands. Someone who's using it, some people using it, groups who are using it to create utter control structures, turning us into robots, and using it for evil, taking away the fact that humans are super powerful, divine beings of enormous potential, of creation and manifestation. It's part of the fun of being human, but not if someone's controlling us. So needless to say, the reveal hasn't happened. My life has more than doubled since this meeting. I have been waiting for them to, for it to see it on mainstream media that all of this exists already. And there are aspects of it that has come out. It wasn't even in my imagination to see everyone walking around with their own technology, their own devices, their own computers, their own phones, and to see how social media has played out. And it makes me wonder if it's all part of the plan, because this has been planned. All of this has been planned. It's been taking place. It simply wasn't revealed. And there I am, the fly on the wall, biting my tongue, and life has played out. And I have seen all of this technology, all of this cloning, genetic alterations, how it plays out on a global scale. Now, I have said to everyone before that follow the money trail. So you want to follow who's paying for things, who's profiting, who's sitting on whose boards, and everything seems to work its way back to a handful, two handfuls of groups, people. And there's your answer as to who the puppeteers happen to be. But why am I saying this? Do I want to scare you? No, I do not. I'm here to remind you that you are super powerful, to realize it's an illusion, that you have the power, but maybe you're giving your power away. Maybe you're allowing yourself to be controlled. And my video, this is the prequel. My video is the illusion and really busting out of the illusion, which is like a sequel to those videos I did on the Matrix. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this, don't worry about it. That's okay. Don't follow me. Just go on ahead. But if you want to hear more, come over to the illusion. It's not about a truther. It's not about me revealing to you. Do your own research, please. And certainly you don't have to believe, anything I say, take it with a grain of salt. But it has been really interesting to me watching what's going on. And I'd like to, as someone who does energy work, share with you some things to do now to get yourself to your strongest, best, highest expression of potential, okay? Because you're in charge of you unless you give your power away. How about that? All right, everyone, I hope this was a fun teaser. My illusion video will be released. When it is released, I will put the link below this. And I hope you're all having a great day.